Hey, what's up guys, it's me again and welcome back to my channel Mayta What Ifs. Today I am back with a new story. The name of the story is What If Naruto Went Back in Time. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story and my own idea. And before continuing this, I was checking out my old videos like the first ones and cringing on Apollo Chia channel. I don't know why, I just found one in my feed and just went down the rabbit hole of my own what ifs, if that makes any sense. Anyways, yeah, I kind of found an idea that I did back then, listened to it for a few bits, and then decided, you know what, time to redo that. And this is kind of a redo of one thing I have done in the past, but in a new way. Like, you know, that most of my ideas match, but the story is quite different. I don't know how, but most of the time it is. Anyways, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel and follow me on my Apollo Uchiha channel as well, and leave your suggestions down in the comment section. But please do not spam, because in this way others suggestions, they are not seen, and many of the banger and cool ideas, yeah, they get left unchecked. And yeah, some of you guys get pissed because I don't make their stories. Anyways, enough of this. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe to both of my channels, and without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins at the Fourth Great Shinobi War. As we see, the war was raging on between the elemental nations joining forces, and on the other side, the army of Zetsus, led by Madara Uchiha, who had revived himself after betraying his partner, and has become the Jinchuriki of the fully revived Ten Tails. As Naruto and Sasuke, both of whom seemingly at first had died from his hand, have been revived miraculously through the help of Sage, and were now back present into the battlefield. As Naruto's eyes narrowed, what is he doing? Why is he standing there? As Sasuke then said, I'm not gonna wait around for that, Naruto. Sasuke, wait! As Sasuke charged, running at blinding speeds, his katana in his hand. But at that moment when he got close and was about to strike, Madara's eyes opened, revealing Rinnegan and a sinister smirk. He grabbed Sasuke by the head and literally slammed him to the ground in such a fast speed that even Sasuke with his Sharingan and Mangekyo could not see him, and was almost knocked out cold and hurt badly. Huh, you call yourself an Uchiha? Even with the power of the Sage, you're not a match for me, kid. Sasuke! As Naruto dashed at blinding speed, here comes another fool. No, Naruto! As at that moment Sasuke noticed that Madara was planning something worse. He completed a few given hand seals, and something was spoken, almost in a whisper, as his eyes opened. No, Naruto, stay back! Yelled out Sasuke, but it was too late. Naruto was close, as suddenly a circle appeared, a vortex almost, and Naruto was thrown in it. Before Naruto could react, it was closed and sealed shut. What have you done to Naruto? Yelled out Kakashi Hatake, who was standing there. As suddenly, there materialized the Sage, and he was the one who took Madara down, separated the Ten Tails, and freed all the 9 Bijus, and made a huge Chibaku Tensei that it almost took half of the earth, and sealed away Madara, who was revived, and the whole Zetsu army, and the Ten-Tail Husk, with a few other fine arts to make sure that they would remain there. What is going on? What happened to Naruto? And who are you, Sage? He is the Sage of the Six Paths. But I have a question. What are you doing here? And which time space is Naruto sent to? Time space? What are you talking about, Sasuke-kun? Said Sakura, who was listening in, and Kakashi's eyes widened. No, it can't be. You're telling me that Naruto was thrown into time space? Yes. Unfortunately, even I can't track him. I do not know which time he is sent to. This is not good. Not good at all. As Kurama, who was there, the other half that was before within Naruto, then looked down. So the kid has been thrown back in time. How are you so sure that it is back in time, Kurama? Because I know for sure that Madara would not have known how to use the space and time for future. In a sense, then, if it is true, then I hope it is for the best. What are you talking about, Sage? Because this world, it is going to cease to exist now, as everyone's eyes widen. What? But what about Naruto's sacrifice and all that we have fought for? I'm sorry. But what Madara has done is not only doomed himself, but all of the universe. At any given moment, this is going to be erased, including me, and even the Bijus. As this came as a shock, as Sasuke stood up, I have to find Naruto. If it means bringing him back would restore the balance, then we have to find him. There's nothing you can do. All we can do is hope that Naruto and the Kurama within him are able to make sure that this future of ours doesn't come to be and stops it before it goes too dark. As now we see, suddenly a bright light emerged from the center of the earth itself. Everything was being destroyed and dissolved. What is that? That's Sakura. As Kakashi throwing down his kunai, then said, looking down, "That is the end, Sakura. Brace for it. It was an honor fighting by your side. You three have been the best students I could have ever asked for." "No, Sensei. It was my pleasure." "The damn idiot. It's all his fault. If it wasn't for the dope listening to me, this would not have happened. I didn't even got a chance to tell him that. I want to apologize." As that is when the bright light hit, and boom, within a snap, nothing existed. The whole timeline itself was erased. Because it was a failed timeline, which Kami, Yami, and Shinigami did not tolerate. While on the other side, Naruto was being thrown into the time-space. What the hell? What is going on? Where are we?" said Naruto as his voice echoed. He was in a dark chamber where air was flowing very fast. "This is the time-space, kid." "What is this pressure?" "That is the time passing by, each and every second ticking away. We're fallen into the stream, and God knows where we're gonna arrive at." Luckily, Naruto saw a hole, the similar one he fell into. Naruto used his chakra and Kyuubi's chakra to go there. It was hard, but Naruto was able to go through it. And then there was bright light, and Naruto found himself standing near the forest of Konoha. Not the one he came from, it was a little bit old. And there were only 3 face stones. That means that yes, kid, we are back in time. So is it like the mirror dimension in which Sakura-chan and I got trapped into? I do not think so. But only time will tell. You have to go inside. You still have your headband, yes? I always wear it, Kurama. Go on then. And make sure you don't alert them with my chakra. And conceal yours as well. And that is what Naruto did. He was now walking as a shinobi of Konoha. But as soon as he arrived, he bumped into someone that he did not wish or knew that he could bump into. It was his own mother. "Hey, watch where you're going, damn it!" As immediately, something within Kushina and her sensory ability told that this was a Jinchuriki as well. You're a Jinchuriki, aren't you?" As Naruto gulped. "Damn it, of all the people I have to bump into, it had to be her, huh?" No, you're crazy, miss. I don't want any trouble. I'm out of here." As Naruto began to walk away, suddenly he heard another voice. "Kushi-chan, what are you doing?" "No, nothing. This weird over here. I think he's a Jinchuriki." "What? Hey, please, can you stop? We are the shinobi and Konoichi of Konoha, and we are asking you to please identify yourself." As Naruto stopped there. "What now?" "I don't know, kid. You got into this mess." "We got into this mess, Kurama. Don't leave me hanging." "Kid, your mother is a sensor, and she has sensed my chakra within you. Obviously, this would trigger. I told you to be careful." "Hey, I was being careful." And that is when Naruto and noticed that he was being surrounded by a lot of shinobis. Sir, you have to identify yourself. I'm not gonna ask you nicely again. Fine. My name is Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, said Naruto, looking towards him, as Minato's eyes widened because the boy standing in front of him was a teenager, a few years younger than him, and he had the same blue eyes as him and the same blonde mop of fair and tan skin, but their own shape like Kushina as well, and 3 whisker marks on each side of his face. And I am from the future. What? Said everyone with a blink of an eye, and next thing Naruto found himself was seated in front of the interrogation room, and in front of him was Minato, and behind the glass Naruto could tell was his Gigi. It's good to see you alive again, Lord Third. You damn idiot, said Kurama from within. What? I'm happy to see him. We're in the time. Yeah, I know we're back in time. His time. He doesn't know he's gonna die, you dumbass. Oh yeah, I didn't thought of that. I was just so happy to see him. You really are an idiot, Naruto, when it comes to this. What do you mean by that? Said a voice from behind the glass. It's a long story. We have plenty of time to listen to it. What do you mean by that you're from the future and my son? We have taken your blood sample and we appreciate that you cooperated. And the reports are going to come in soon. But we wish to know. Well, I was born on October 9th, when you became the 4th Hokage. It was, I guess, a few months after you became it that I was born. And, well, things didn't go smoothly. You got attacked by a masked person claiming to be Madara Uchiha. In fact, he was Obito. What? No, Obito wouldn't do that. Why would Obito do that? I'll tell you, but we have to start from the beginning, you see. As Minato looked towards the glass, continue, Minato. And so Minato continued. Both of you died protecting me when I was just a child, while you made a deal with the Shinigami after using the Reaper Death Seal, and made me the Jinchuriki of the Yang side of the Kyuubi, while taking the Yin side within you. I see. Then what happened? Then the Lord Third, whom I call TD, took me in, and, well, I was raised in an apartment complex on my own. I was aided, you see, because even if we tried to cover it up that I wasn't a Jinchuriki and I could have a normal life, the people through council was able to find out about this. I see. Did that make your life hard? Yes, of course it did. So to cope, I took on to become the prankster from hell. From painting the Hokage faces in the broad daylight, wearing an orange jumpsuit, which I still love and wear, to all the way pranking the hell out of those and even Anbus who, mock me. I became a pariah and a prankster. And then, as that is when the door opened after a knock, Minato some other reports came in, and you have to see this. The doctors are quite shocked. What? What do you mean? Just see for yourself. As Minato did indeed checked, and the test was positive. This child was a Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi no Yoko, and was in fact his son. The result proved that it was 99.9% accurate. As Kushina bursted into the door, You're our son from the future? How did you end up here? Yeah, I was gonna get to that part. Just skip to that part, kid. It's much easier. Alright. We were in a battle, the 4th Great Shinobi War. What? 4th? Yes. The 4th Great Shinobi War against Madara Uchiha, who was revived through Edo Tensei, and an organization known as Akatsuki, who was led by Obito and Zetsu. They revived the 10 tails after capturing each and every Biju and Jinchuriki, sealing the Biju within the set Geromazu, which was the husk of the 10 tails. And all the elemental nation was united. Who was leading the Konoha side? Tsunade Senju-sama, my Bachan. Tsunade came back? Me and Jiraiya sensei went to get her. He was, well, quite annoying, but it was fun. You said was. What do you mean by that? What I mean is that he died. He was killed on a secret operation that he went all on his own. It was supposed to be an information gathering mission in Amegakure, but he died fighting the Akatsuki, his old students after the war that he found in Rain Country and trained. Nagato, Konan, and Yahigo. I see. So, this problem that you speak of, the fourth great Shinobi War, what was it about? The Moon Eye plan. Last time I remember, before I was thrown here, everyone was trapped in a genjutsu, a dreamlike state in which they would be in their idealistic world. And it was not good. He had the power of the sage after becoming the Jinchuriki of the Ten Tails, and we also did that. We also got the power of the sage as well. What? How? As Naruto showed them his palm where the sun seal was. This is the seal that I got. The sun side of the seal. My teammate Sasuke Uchiha, he had the moon seal. Sasuke Uchiha? He's the son of Fugaku Uchiha and Mikoto Uchiha, both of whom, at the time he got these powers, were dead. Dead? Itachi Uchiha killed the whole Uchiha clan and spared only his brother. And this shocked them all to the core. Why? Through my sensei, Hiraya-sama's notes, I was able to find out that it was Danzo Shimura and the elders who pushed him to it. After Shisui was killed, he was going to use the Koto Matsukami, his power, to change the mind of the Uchiha clan, to not start a coup. The Uchihas are going to coup because of the mistreatment and racism against them. That was the only solution they could come up with. Shisui and you, Gigi, decided that it was the best course of action. But some people, especially Danzo, didn't want that, because he wanted the Sharingan for himself, because he had gotten the Hashirama cells and had made himself an arm. As that is when Hiruzen busted into the door. Are you sure about this? He's not lying, Hokage-sama, said Ibiki Morino, a much younger one, but he came there with the same fresh scars. So that was the time when he got scars, huh? What do you mean by that, kid? You were my Chunin exams instructor, and you told me, by showing me your old scars at that time, that this is what happens when you are not careful and all that in the field. I see that you haven't taken that lesson carefully because you're here, kid. And from a long time from now. Yeah. It was Madara's trap. He used some sort of technique that I was too late to understand. I was here. He used some sort of time-space technique, from what Kurama has told me. Kurama? Who is that? Oh, it's the Nine-Tails. Not you. You spoke to the Nine-Tails? Hey, he and I are on good terms as well. And besides, it's not his cranky side, more like the rational one. Who, now I'm the Jinchuriki of said Naruto. I see. Well, you can rest now, for the time being. And we need a lot of time to process this. Minato, since he is yours and Kushida's son, how about you take him to your home? I know it's weird, but I never got the chance and all. If you're not okay with this, I told him to get it. I would, get an apartment and what. No, it's fine. It's just weird that I have suddenly out of nowhere a son who is, how old again? 17, almost. 17, huh? Wow, I'm happy to see you're grown. And so, the two of them begin to walk. And then, they arrived where Kushina was. Kushina was talking to her own friends and fellow Chunins, Tazumi Inuzuka, as well as Mikoto Uchiha. Ah, so this was the kid you're talking about, huh? He looks quite scrumptious, said Tazumi, licking her lips as Naruto felt chills run down his spine. Wait, that's Kurimoto. So that means that's Kiba's mom? Why is she hitting on me though? This is quite a thing. And then Mikoto also giggled. He's kinda cute. Oh, come on, you two, enough. As Minato then said, please, be mindful of, of yourself as well. What are you two talking about? You're acting like you're his parents. Yeah, Minato. You're acting like we're his parents and all that. You might want to read this. You remember him mentioning that he was our son? Yeah. Did you really took this seriously? The reports came in. And Kushina read it alongside the two and they were shocked. What? Hey, Kachan. It's nice to meet you. I know it's like, a lot earlier and I'm grown up and all, but yeah, still nice to meet you. And you too, Kurama. As QB grumbled, how do you know that name? As Naruto showed him the palm in which the sun seal was. I met your dad. More like we did. I still have your rational side after all. As Naruto then made a fist bump in front of Kushina. What are you doing? Just do it. And so she did. As both of them arrived inside the mindscape where the full QB, which was chained, looked towards Naruto as Naruto was horrified. Kachan, what the hell? Why have you Kurama trapped like this? Kid, remember I was not on good terms back then with your parents or Konoha. What do you mean? You're on good terms with the Ninkins now? This one specifically is different. Trust me. And not only that, he's him, the one that father mentions. As Kurama, the one within Kushina, stopped grumbling. What are you two talking about? And is this real that you're my son? Yeah, it is real. 100%. You better believe it. As Kushina scoffed, you even got my tick, huh? Yeah. And so, now we see Naruto and Kushina came back to reality, where Minato then said, he's gonna be spending some time with us. And so, Naruto began to walk away as Tsurumi waved him and winked at him as Naruto shivered. That is so weird. Kiba, even though he's an annoying idiot, he is still kind of my friend. And oh god, his mom is hitting on me. Well, in a sense, you always called him your son, playfully, so think about it. No, I don't want to think about it. Having a brat like Kiba? Yeah, no. Hell no. And so they arrived inside their home, where Naruto looked around and smiled. So this is where you resided, huh? You never knew? No. I had an apartment near the red light district, where I was raised on my own for my safety purpose. What? And what did you eat? All on your own. Cup ramen, of course. The only food that I could have, and it was tastiest food that I ever had. And Kushina, she was mortified. You only ate cup ramen? Yeah. As Minato then nodded. That won't do. Starting tomorrow, I will be teaching you how to cook as well. And write that down, Kushina. When our Naruto is born, I'm sorry to say this, but we are gonna teach him a lot. You do know that I am your Naruto, just from the future, and all that. I just have to find a way back to where I came from. But Naruto, with the way the information you gave us, it will change everything. As Naruto froze, realizing for the first time that it indeed was true. Kurama, just realized that what they're saying is true. You're right, kid. Even I did not anticipate that. If everything is going to be changed, then that would mean that the timeline will change from where we came from. The worst possibility is that it might cease to exist. What? No. You can't be right? That can't happen, right? I'm not sure, kid. What if it already has? As Naruto go, Naruto? Are you alright, son? Is the Shinigami mask still there? In the shrine nearby Konoha before it was stolen. What are you talking about? It's still there. But why are you asking? I have to go. As Naruto dashed their kid, what are you thinking about? The only person who can answer this is Shinigami. I have to go. But what makes you believe that it would answer you? I have to ask and try. If everyone is gone, then what's the point? Everything is going to be changed. What about us? And so, now we see Naruto dashed and arrived there. Minato and Kushina followed him as Naruto wore the mask. As Shinigami was in his vision standing. Speak. I'm not from this time. I know, Naruto Uzumaki. You are from at least 18 to 19 years from the future, and in a time even before the Third Shinobi War began. Now speak. What happened to my time? It has been erased. What? Said Naruto, mortified. You do not need to take it such badly. It is for the best after all. No. I have to go back. I can still fight and save them. I was bound to save them. But you got tricked and fell here, Naruto. And Madara used the tactics that cannot be reversed. Meaning, you're stuck here forever. As Naruto gulped, swallowing down a lump in his throat that has formed. Do you mean to say that all those years, they were for naught? No. They were for something. Now that you are here, in the present timeline, you have given these people hope, warned them of the unfortunate disasters that are soon going to befall. But what about my friends? The bonds that I created. You can recreate them here, Naruto. But it's not that easy. I lived my damn life there. Said Naruto as tears began to form. Boy, kid, calm down. That's Shinigami you're speaking to. I know, Naruto. I know you're upset, but this is nothing we can do about. It was agreed upon between us sisters that if the child of prophecy, something happens to him, then the timeline must be erased. And we have followed that rule. You did not simply existed there, so by default the timeline had to go. But you have a fresh start now. You can watch yourself grow. Or you can be yourself here and change the world still. What do you mean by that? You can have a brother. You can also make new bonds and new friends. And you can start anew here. With your knowledge and skills, you would be able to immediately form new bonds and start over. And also defeat the enemies before they even became a threat. Kid, what Shinigami is saying is logical. What do you mean, Kurama? What about everyone else there that was depending on us? I'm sorry, but it's gone. Everything is gone. There's nothing we can do. Madara has beaten us into that war, but we still have the ability to win a long battle. Even if you're not with your friends, their memory is still with you. And you can make something of them by returning the favor by giving them a safe future. All of them. As Naruto had to decide then and there, try still and find a way against all odds and fate to go back to nothing, or do what Shinigami and Kurama has told him to do. As Naruto took off the mask, thank you, as he placed it back there, as he sighed, I can't do anything. I failed. As Naruto shedded tears, as Kurama appeared in his mindscape behind him, it's fine, kid. We all make mistakes. This one costed too much. I know. But you still have time. Time to recreate everything. To make sure that this tragedies that your friends have suffered doesn't happen. Return the favor by giving them a good life. Yeah, that is what I'm gonna do. And so, Naruto arrived outside where his parents were waiting. Are you okay, Naruto? Yeah. I just found out some things that are better left unsaid. We have a lot of work to do, Gojan. It seems I can't go back. Then you can stay with us, son, said Kushina. Thank you. I promise I won't bother you and try my best to be a good son and someone will make sure that all of my friends and you all survive. No, Naruto. We all will, including you, said Minato, placing a hand on Naruto's shoulder as Naruto nodded. Well, kid, it's time to begin. Close that chapter of your book and begin writing a new one. It's hard, Kurama, but I'm gonna try. Because the fate of my friends and their lives rely heavily on it. As this is where I'm going to be living the story of, guys. I hope you like it, and if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And there's still a vague point at which I left it, because if you guys want a part 2, do let me know in the comment section. Maybe we can make it, and you guys can help me out with this as well, because it's more like a part 1 of a story or a series, but I'm just gonna keep it as a story. If there is a ever part 2 happening, who knows, it might happen quite soon. Then we'll see and decide. Anyways, I'm not gonna yap anymore, as this is it for the day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.